Hello, we are the Geeks and the Generous, and today we're talking about a foreign movie, the latest Tollywood, not Bollywood, film called RRR, directed by SS Rajamouli, and I don't know any of the stars, but yeah, this is the latest action foreign film sensation that we're a tad bit late on, but like, since Jammer didn't shut up about this, I'm like, alright, we'll do this.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
But, I mean, okay. We will be trying to pronounce these actors' names because they are big in India.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Hella big.
Yeah.
Like, Angelina Brad Pitt kind of thing. Well, they're not that big anymore, but anyways.
Yeah.
If we fuck up the names, sorry.
Forgive us.
Yeah.
But yeah, like getting into this, like Jeremy John said something like this movie never shies away from the brutality of the British colonial rule of India, and you see that in the beginning where they just take Mali and her mom is brutally murdered, and you're like,
No, she wasn't murdered. Yeah, she's still alive. By the end of the movie, you see her.
all right, I forgot, sorry. But like the way they just treat them and the way the government's like, don't waste your bullet on them. I'm like, ah, damn, what is?
Yeah, do you know how much? Do you know how much a bullet costs just to get here?
Damn, Punisher. That's why you were replaced for in Netflix. And the British woman is the lead actress for The Last Crusade. I'm like, oh damn. Yeah, she's the Nazi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was like, wait. But yeah, what's his name again? Punisher, Ray Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, surprised. I was like, I know your face, but where are you from?
Yeah, well, like, I know him from Punisher and this series on HBO called Rome. It's pretty good. But that really kicks off the plot of the movie, and then you're introduced to Raju, whose real name is Rama, but you don't know his backstory. Yeah. You do know he's working for the British colonial police force, and you're like, why?
Yeah.
What's your motive?
By the way, Raju's played by Ram Charan.
Yeah, and he's like the big name they wanted.
This guy looks big.
Yeah.
Like he's wearing the shades and everything, wearing the fancy suits.
Yeah, and like his introductory scene is so badass because he is trying to take out the guy who broke the picture of the governor. And
I know. I think it was King George.
Yeah, King George, and then he takes out like a shit ton of people. And
yeah, the man solos a crowd.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. I'm sorry, but that was the best introduction to a character.
His music too, it's like, I guess this guy's a badass.
No, because like you see the mountain of people like across the fence, and then you just see this one guy. Like the CEO is just pretty much like, hey, I want him.
Yeah.
Arrest him. And bring him to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, how are they gonna... Oh, that's how.
I like the way they conduct action for this entire movie. It's like the best I've seen in a while, including a lot of modern action films, superhero films. Like, look, god damn.
But yeah, if you're like a fan of Michelle Yeoh's like kung fu era of films, you're gonna love this one.
Yeah.
They don't shy away from like wire work and very flashy movement, but they still do adopt that style in like the Raid or John Wick, where they do get hurt.
Yeah.
Like you could see that they're not perfect.
Yeah. Even when the humans are like CGI'd, you're like, it's not really distracting. Like I find that fine.
Wait, where do you see the humans being CGI?
Later on, the zoo fight. And the
okay,
gotcha. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and then after Rama's introduction scene, we go to Delhi where the government's warned like, hey, people are after you because you stole the girl, and they want her back. And the person after her is Bheem, whose fake name is Akhtar, and we see him hunting a tiger, and you're like, tigers are not supposed to do this, and I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be dead by now, but suspension of disbelief.
Motherfucker. No, this is the thing with this movie. If you're expecting like, oh, a somewhat biopic or something like Woman King,
Hmm.
which just hasn't come out yet, where it's like very down to earth, very you know, rough kind of fight scenes, very realistic. This ain't the movie. This
Yeah.
is flashy. This is action packed. Think of Fast and Furious action, but with way
More
better
sense.
storytelling and like I don't know, more substance. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit. Yeah, you sure? You see him like do that thing with a rope where he
The tiger
brings it
just
together,
gets a little itty bitty scratch. We're like, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a bigger scratch.
right? These two men have stapled themselves as God amongst men.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you can tell that they're not normal.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh god.
He's able to knock out the tiger, and then he's not there to kill it, but for later use. And then you find out later why he has a tiger, or catches a lot of other animals.
Yeah, we'll get.
Yeah, and then we cut back to Delhi where they tell the governor of the threat, and his wife is like, "All right, who's the bravest among you? You'll get a promotion." And then Rama goes, "Do you need him alive?" And she's like, "If you bring him dead, you'll get a bounty. If you bring him alive, you'll get a promotion." And then his commanding officer is like, "I can vouch for him." And like,
Yeah, he could do the job.
he's trying to climb the ranks because every time there's like a ceremony, he keeps being passed over for like a colonial, a British guy. You're like, of course, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, colonials.
Yeah. And then Akhtar is in the city trying to figure out how do I get into this essentially fortress, or like fortress. And he discovers like, oh, if I get the attention of Jenny or fall in love with her, everything should be fine. At the same time,
Jenny!
Jenny. Now thinking Forrest Gump. By the way, have you seen the trailer for the Bollywood Forrest Gump movie remake?
Hey man, I don't care anymore. See, after seeing this movie, I was like, you should start watching more Indian movies.
Right?
Like, they're really good.
It,
I've already
it also
watched...
seems to capture the spirit too. I'm like, I might just check this out. But yeah, Rama is on the hunt, trying to find the suspect, and he gets to his brother first, and then at the same time, Akhtar is defeated. He's like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but like, a kid is in peril because the train derails and the entire water is on fire, and like they just hand signal like what we're supposed to do.
I love how they're like mentally linked.
Yeah.
They're just like, and they do that. I'm like, what?
Sure.
You've had this whole convoluted plan with hand signals?
Right?
Like, damn. But no, like this entire movie is just, Shadow Moses by Bring Me the Horizon.
Yes.
Yeah, and then there's that Chad dude that comes into like the screen.
Yeah.
That's this entire movie with these two fuckers.
Yeah. They rescue the kid and they're like, Raju, Akhtar, and then like, all right, enter like
and then they show us the title screen. I was like,
yeah,
okay, I am in. What the fuck is this?
enter like a 30-minute montage of them developing one of the best romances in any movie.
Dude, you got so much context.
Yeah.
Like through just this whole montage
Yeah.
of them just being friends, them like, giving each other a piggyback, like squatting each other. I was like,
Yeah.
this is so odd. But this is what us guys do. We become the bestest of friends over small shit.
Yeah.
Now just imagine if we saved a child from a burning train together. that friendship ain't ever gonna die.
Yeah. I love the fact that like he's trying to communicate with Jenny once he gets a chance, and he keeps calling her madam. She's like, no, don't call me Jenny. Yes. And then he tells
No, don't call me madam. Just Jenny, yes.
Tells Raju, and he's like, you silly person. She's telling you to not call you madam. Call her madam. It's like, oh. And her name's
and just
Jenny.
call her Jenny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, but dude, Raju or Ram, fucking best wingman. Man gets nails, punctures her car, so his best friend could like give him a lift to whatever she wanted to go.
Yeah. And then at one point he is invited to the dance. And like again, Roger's the best wingman. There's fucking British guys like, can you even dance? And they do this amazing Tollywood number.
Dude, I don't know if you noticed, but like all the dances that he does, and were all like not even white.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, oh, these are like the tango shit, the fleming. I am horrible with names, but swing, and then it panned to the black guy. He was like, man doesn't even have groove.
Sounds like fucking raggedy ass cultural appropriating ass. But yeah, like once a drum beat snares, you're like, all right, Raju, please say for Akhtar. Bheem. And they have this amazing number.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. This dude, I want to learn this dance. This is probably one of the best musical numbers in any cinema. I'm like, this shit was hyped. And then when they got into a circle, it became like an endurance race. And like they're trying to out-dance each other. I was like, oh shit!
And Rama just self-sabotages himself so that Akhtar can get Jenny's affection. You're like, alright, best wingman ever.
Yeah, best wingman ever.
Yeah.
That dude was a bro. He saw his friend getting tired. He was like, I got you home.
And then he's still on the hunt for whoever's hunting down or trying to free Molly. But like at one point, Jenny does invite him inside and they are reunited, but to Molly's horror, they can't go home yet. He's like, I had to figure out a plan. At the same time, Rama gets his brother and starts interrogating him. Like he reveals that he is fucking police.
Okay, when he says, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if that is his brother. They didn't clarify if it is his brother. They just call each other brother and sister or uncle, mother, father. I feel like that's how it goes. I am not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm very new to this.
But yeah, he does interrogate him brutally. Like, he pieces together like, oh shit, Akhtar is the guy I'm looking for.
No. The guy never talked. He beat him half to death, gets poisoned, and then
he sees the necklace, right?
No, not yet.
Alright, that comes after, sorry.
Yeah, he sees the necklace and was like, oh, there's a ritual necklace. What is this?
Yeah.
Beats the shit out of that guy, gets poisoned, sets him free.
Like, I don't think you can do that to a snake and not get within yourself. Like, I will hide it behind me.
Homie. These men are human. Remember that. These are gods amongst men.
Yeah.
Like, he gets poisoned, and he goes out looking for Akhtar.
Yeah.
And at the brink of death, he kind of sees like, oh, that's odd. Because I guess he's praying to a Hindu god instead of a Muslim god. Which was very odd because he made himself look like a Muslim.
Yeah.
And from there, he sees the necklace.
Right.
He's like, you're one of them. Oh, fuck.
You're the guy.
Yeah, you're the guy. And on the bed, as he's being taken care of, Akhtar or Bheem, most overqualified motherfucker in the world.
Yeah.
Man can catch a tiger, dance, do medicine.
Yeah.
Also tailor clothing, that'll come in later.
Yeah.
What?
But it's like, it's either I make it out with Molly or I don't. But if I don't, at least I have the best friend ever. You're like, oh. But but Raju wants to kill you, though.
Not kidding, capture you.
Capture you, but he's like...
Yeah. And then you get the most dramatic... At the start of this movie, we get to see Raju or Ram do this whole Captain America thing.
Yeah.
Where he punches like a hole into a punching bag. I was like,
Yeah. Go Super Saiyan. You're like, I like this.
yeah. Like it's all slow mo,
Yeah.
and then you see him conflicted, putting holes into walls. I was like, those are concrete walls too. I'm like,
The slow
he
mo
mad.
makes Zack Snyder be like, I should do better. Not hating him, Zack Snyder, by the way.
No. I will agree. A lot of movies, when they see this film, they will be like, I gotta do better.
Yeah.
Because, mind you, this is 3 hours. It's a movie that is 3 hours. The Batman was 3 hours. You could feel the drag there. Here, I watched it 3 times already.
Yeah.
Never felt like I was wasting time or it was dragging.
Yeah,
3
I've
hours
seen this
go by for
twice
me.
already. Like once for just to see what Jomer was talking about, and then another one for this review. And like it's just incredible. Like yeah, we have already said how much we love the Batman, but like you do feel like, can you please just capture the Riddler already?
Right? Like, you was like, alright, watching it for the first time, sure.
Yeah.
Watching it for a second time, you're like, okay, just get to the part where what I like.
Yeah.
Here, I liked every single scene of this movie.
I love how he rams through the gate and then all the animals burst like that. A Justice League freeze frame. Like,
When I was rewatching this, my mom was just at the side, like, what's the story about? It's the drama between two, because she came into like
yeah.
the movie at the dance number,
Mm.
the nacho song, you know, and then she gets to this part, and then she's like, "What the fuck?" He was like, "What's going on?" Where he has like all these captured animals that he
Yeah.
uses to breach into the palace gates as they're having the ball.
Like some just to file logic, like you need oxen, or I guess you do.
Hey man, okay, sure, the CGI is a little bit janky, but it does not take away from the story.
Yeah. Funny enough, even though sometimes they're like weirdly discolored, you're like, I'll let it by.
Alright. Yeah, like when the tiger or leopard or
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, like clings onto his back and he tosses it to another Englishman.
Yeah.
I was like, that was a cool scene. Sure, it looked fake as fuck, but I was like, that was cool.
Yeah. But like, then you hear Raju's voice, you know, being like, Akhtar! You're like, alright, reinforcements? No, he's here to capture you. Like, flips
Yeah,
a truck and then.
No! He comes in like in a flaming carriage. I was like,
Yeah.
both come in with like, you know, they have really good entrances. Like him coming in with a wave of animals, him
Yeah.
coming in a flaming carriage. I was like, this is too much. My heart cannot handle this. And there's drama. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Sure,
Bheem is so hurt that, like, I thought you were my friend. Why are you trying to arrest me?
Right? He's like, why are you wearing that uniform?
Yeah.
And why are you trying to arrest me? You didn't tell me you were part of the police.
Yeah.
And you see the tension between them. It's like, no, you were such good friends. Why? Why?
Like, at one point, Bheem realized like it's either Molly or I die, and Molly's never safe, and he does fight back. Like he removes these pillars with chains. Like
No,
yeah,
it was the key. Like he worked so hard to look for that.
get
key.
it, and then he gets knocked to the drain. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
you fucked up now.
Yeah, and that's when fucking Akhtar just gets so pissed, and they
Yeah.
have this like one-on-one fight. And I was like, I don't know, it was beautiful.
Them
Because
spinning,
you
that's the CGI part. Because again, humans don't do that.
No, for sure that was wire work. They didn't look off in any way. Like you could tell that it's them.
No,
It's
it
not
was
a CG model.
Raju just dodging the tiger.
No, I don't think that was CG. The tiger for sure. But him going like that for sure.
It
that
looks a
was-
bit CGI to me, but like I need to do follow-up research. But yeah,
I'll do research on it as well. I'll look at it again.
but yeah,
But
him
dude, you
knocking
see
out
the
tiger.
difference between water and fire.
Yeah,
Their theme come in like Raju is fire, Akhtar is water.
yeah,
I love that one scene where Raju was punching the shit out of Akhtar, and then Akhtar just does one good punch and that sends him flying. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow,
like this is some Man of Steel shit right here.
dude. Sure, moves were very flashy.
Yeah,
probably not even possible to a regular human. It's not realistic. But you feel the impact. You feel that the choreography is good. You know that they put a lot of heart into this fight scene.
Yeah.
This is what this movie has that a lot of movies don't. It's a shit ton of heart.
Yeah. And like they battle on the rooftops and Akhtar tries to get Mali, but like Raju's like, don't fight. If you do, Mali dies, and you see the government just point his big ass sniper rifle at her. Like, at this point, you better do what he says. Sorry.
Yeah. And then that's where we get the half. Yes, you heard me right. It was half of the movie.
Yeah.
It felt like, oh, this is the conclusion. One of them has to die. And then you look at the timer like, an hour and 30 minutes more?
Right.
What else do they have to tell us?
And you also get, at this point, Raju is promoted to special service. A
Special officer.
Yeah. And you see flashbacks to his old life as Ram, where his dad was part of the military police too, but like he was galvanized to fight back because he saw one of his countrymen get brutally slaughtered. Because he heard that speech too of like, don't waste your bullet.
Yeah, it costs this much to get into your barrel, and you're gonna waste it on this.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a quote that keeps repeating, and it does anger a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I love it that he did make his own militia.
Yeah.
Of really like well-trained soldiers. Just imagine if there were like probably 100 Rajus. I'm like, these are super soldiers now. This is like, what was the name of that super soldiers that are not super soldiers, the guards in Wakanda?
Dala Malaja.
Yeah, they're like that.
Yeah. And like
they're the equivalent of that.
Ram asked his father, like, when can we have real rifles? And he does the governor's speech, but like twisted, like, when your bullet enters the heart of the Englishman, you earn your freedom. I'll only give you real rifles when I know you're never gonna miss. Like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's so good.
I might be paraphrasing because I don't remember it completely, but like that's the gist of it. And then you see Ram with his sweetheart Sita, and he does sneak out with a real rifle that Sita gave her. And his dad's angry at first, but it's like, where did you shoot this? In those boulders? Right. No. There.
Like, it's like a really far hill.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my god, what the fuck? Again, super soldiers.
Yeah. But in the midst of their training, their village is ambushed, and like I was getting...
also a little piece of detail that that they wanted us to see. When we were having that montage with Raju and Akhtar being friends, keeps pausing and seeing Akhtar's mannerisms, and it kind of reminded him of somebody. Here we see his little brother pretty much resembles and like Raju's or Ram's younger brother.
Yeah,
he eats with his left hand. He's fun. He's lighthearted, very innocent.
Yeah.
And Raju pretty much like sees his brother in Akhtar. That's why they became such close friends.
Yeah. But yeah, their village is ambushed, and I was getting like Henry Luna vibes. Like, oh no, not the colonial force just being in an advantage, like the firepower. Not again.
Not again. And if only we had a single child with amazing aim and an infinite amount of bullets.
Yeah, which is funny because this movie, the main characters are based on historical figures. Like, I don't know. Obviously, they probably didn't do half the things here.
You know what? I would love to buy a ticket to watch Jose Rizal punch a Spaniard through a wall.
No limitang.
Touch me not, fam!
I would like to see Henry Luna like go to town on the colonial army too.
Yeah.
I
would love to see that. Or Goyo just soloing. Like an American army. That'd be sick.
Right. Yeah. Baba has to protect the village, but he only has so many bullets while the others are falling back. So Ram helps him with more bullets, but he is injured by snipers at one point. Baba, I mean. And so he instructs his son to take out the snipers. And the process. No, I think you're going to where I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, but like in the midst of it, his brother does get shot and killed, and then his mother as well.
Yeah.
It was a heartbreaking scene, but you could see like in his father's eyes, he's like, Lord. I'm like, he ain't quitting. He ain't quitting. These were all Chads. This fucking movie, every dude was such a Chad. Wow.
I ain't hear no bail. Damn right, Baba.
Goddamn right.
But yeah, he sacrifices himself where he goes closer to the forces, but he's strapped with dynamite, and Ram has to shoot his dad essentially.
Imagine what this kid has gone through. This is why this man can rush into a crowd with no fear.
Yeah.
This man blew up his own dad to kill Englishmen.
Yeah, it also makes a promise like, I will give everyone a weapon, so when time comes, we can rise up. But cutting...
And this is like, you know that if everybody in that village had a weapon, they would have destroyed that army that attacked.
Yeah.
But sadly, they didn't.
Yeah, and then we cut back to present time where Akhtar has to be whipped to be made an example of. And it's a rough scene to watch. We're like, oh no, not the Passion of Christ again.
Yeah. Man, I feel like he had it worse. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Christians.
Like,
Christian, so.
British lady has like a whip. Like, he's not bleeding enough. Use this one.
I was like, where'd you get that? Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I guess they kinky. But yeah, like they want him to kneel. They want him to bleed. They want to set an example. And we do get an amazing number from Akhtar or Bheem. And I felt this shit. My sister kind of chuckled because again she came in late to the movie. She was just watching me watch this movie.
I mean, I get it. Like, someone's being whipped and me singing. You're like,
and then him singing. I was like, is he fucking singing? Yep. While like she's like giggling, I'm tearing up. I'm like, don't you dare fucking kneel.
But yeah, and like Raju realized like, I'm supposed to give everyone a weapon, but with Akhtar's words, he turned everyone into a weapon.
Yeah, because at the end of the song, once Akhtar finally collapses from being whipped, it enraged the people, and pretty much they had pretty much an angry mob outside their door.
Yeah. But like, since he failed to kneel, the government's like, what do you plan to do since we plan to hang him next? Like, oh, do it in front of Mali, but that's part of Raju's plan to like free Akhtar with Mali, so kill two birds with one stone, and like also sabotage the whole operation. And that's what he does.
Yeah.
He sabotages the rifles and like make sure everything's in place. But
you gotta love it though. Like they put in context.
Yeah.
They're putting in the time that he's taking out the firing pins.
Yeah.
That it's all planned out. That he just like, oh, we have to do it here because if we do it in another in the place you want, they're gonna make him a martyr.
Yeah.
Here, if we do it in this river, wink, nobody's gonna know, and we just dump the body.
Yeah. Like, unfortunately though, the government realized like, why is the tree leaning funny? Oh shit, it's a trap.
Why is my hand filled with dirt?
Yeah.
Because like right, they shook hands, and he was like, "Why is there gun oil on my hand?"
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
And then his car floats, but he's able to jump out in time and shoot midair. Like, sure.
He's the Punisher, but he's seeing Raju's car just immediately flip. I was like, whoa! That car must have been going so fast.
Yeah. He's impaled, but has enough strength to help Akhtar. But at one point, he's trying to save Mali, but Akhtar's like, how dare you point a gun at my sister, and then gets a club and just beats him over the head.
I gotta love this scene though, where like Raju's just injured, going through the forest and just pretty much doing a reverse version of Wolverine's part in Logan.
While spitting out blood.
Yeah, before he got impaled by the tree.
Yeah. But like, since he's knocked out, he still tries to stop the man from getting Akhtar, and he's captured by himself.
I love that shit where, yeah, Akhtar pretty much mistook Ram as like, oh, he's trying to shoot her.
Yeah.
It's like, no, he's trying to save you because there's a guy who fixes firing pin. I guess soldiers keep another firing pin.
Yeah. And then at this point, like, it's Raju's turn to be made an example of, but he spends his time in prison just working out.
I love that. It was like, we deprived him of food and everything. He's miserable. Trust me. And you just see this dude doing pull-ups. I was like,
Even when
Yes.
they put him in solitary confinement, you're like, goddamn right.
they bust his knees and put him in solitary confinement. And then the man was like, oh no, still works out, does like mini pull-ups. I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I love this fucking movie.
And then Akhtar meets Sita because she helps them hide. Because she's like, oh no, everyone here has smallpox. And
Oh
then-
yeah, like no, it was that scene where he meets her, and then the British are looking for them, and they get into the place where he was hiding,
Yeah.
and just to like make the British go away, like, oh, everybody here has smallpox.
Yeah.
Please don't touch them. Like she holds the guy's arm. I'm like, oh fuck.
And then she reveals that she's looking for her husband or is there to collect his body. And he's like, who's your husband? Ram. And they're like,
Yeah, no, he sees the necklace. I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
And she does the entire backstory.
hmm.
That's where like Akhtar sees that, or Bheem now. Bheem sees that. I came here for a little girl. This guy came here for his country.
Yeah.
And I have to help.
He works to free him, and this is, again, this whole climax is like, I love this movie.
I love this fucking movie. Sure, if you're just an outside peeking in and you didn't watch this movie from the start, you're gonna be like, this is so lame, or this is so
Corny.
corny, or in our words, badui.
Yeah.
But no, it's very in character of this movie.
Him on Akhtar's shoulder. Just,
Remember, just like the Seraphim dance move where they're like banging on the like floor, trying to
Yeah.
communicate with each other. I'm like, what? What? Okay. And then
Akhtar
he
just
finds them
rips out the
and
gate.
rips the fucking gate open.
Right?
I love this movie. And then puts him on his shoulders. And then you got this like huge man now.
Once they get to the forest, that when it gets real batshit. So, Ram,
Dude,
of course, the bow and arrow.
Dude, no, before that, him so like them stealing the guns, like Ram akimboing 2 rifles
Yeah.
while he's on the back of Bheem. I was like, shit.
Just
That shit
climbing up
was
a
sick.
tower into the forest, and yeah.
And like the spotlight would like shine on them, and you see like a silhouette of a very huge man.
Yeah.
I was laughing my ass off, but at the same time, I was like, this movie's so fucking good.
I love how Akhtar takes out Edward, where he's like the Flash just apparently just puts a spear through him. We're like, all right.
And the music's so good. It gets you riled up. Like, if you think, again, I'm not shitting on Zack Snyder, but if you think Zack Snyder's 300 would get you, like, testosterone feeling, you want to go to war kind of, feeling, this movie's soundtrack will make you feel like that.
And when the motorcycle reinforcements come, they just use them against the colonials too.
Yeah, and like, and you're wondering, oh, his knees are bashed. And nah,
He's fine.
Dr. Bheem has it fixed and dresses him up like a god.
Yeah.
Also, who puts a real bow on a god statue?
Just lucky them.
I guess so, but I guess it's the symbolism
Yeah.
or something. But him like soloing people, I was like, oh shit, this is so fucking sick.
Bheem just stopping a motorcycle midway and just knocking at the people from there. Like, all right.
Them kicking people off of motorcycles, fucking Ram having perfect aim. These soldiers were like, they're not even super soldiers.
Yeah. Again, this is where I think the CGI comes in, because you're like, how did you wire something? It's like, make the motorcycle go fast while you swing. No, it has to be CGI.
Oh, that part is CGI, yeah. Where like he jumps over the motorcycle that Bheem was on,
Yeah.
kills a dude on a horse, and then gets on the horse. And that for sure that was CG. No shit. But you see that it was like, oh, this is how they started, this is how they met, this is how they're gonna end. Well, like Bheem on a motorcycle, Ram on a fucking horse. I was like, that's so sick.
And then they make a beeline for the governor's house, and they throw
A beam line.
yeah,
Sorry.
throw a grenade through the window that hits the ammo deposit. Like, well,
No. Oh wait.
it was an arrow.
No, it wasn't. Okay, so Beam launches the bike. Of course, jumps off. Launches the bike at the storage area,
Yeah,
and then Ram shoots a fire arrow at the gas tank.
right.
And then it catches on fire, and then it blows up in the armory.
Total video game moment. Like, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Again, suspension of disbelief, sure, but it didn't really take away from the story. We're not like, okay, the story's ruined because they did that lame stunt that like would never happen in real life.
The fact
No.
that it's so well done, you're like, you know what? I buy this.
Yeah, like the whole time, it branded itself as an outrageous action film from the start. So by the end, when they do crazy things, it makes sense.
Also, like how Ram turns his arrow and uses the grenades.
Already, like he like hooks it on and just
Yeah.
pings the pin off, and pretty
Yeah.
much had a grenade launcher before he was even invented.
But yeah, after the fortress explodes, the governor's wife is killed. Like, good for you.
Oh yeah, she was like, she was wrapped in barbed wire,
Yeah,
and she was like, yeah, she was a horrible person.
yeah,
Not the actress, the character.
yeah. And then, like, they kill the governor using his own words against him. It's like, show him what this bull's made of. It's not worth an Indian's life, but put it through his heart and make it earn its value.
And they do it. It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
Like the whole payoff of them like going against the British Empire, and you see the blood splatter on the British Empire, like the British flag.
The sun.
Or
will
I think
never
it was a, yeah.
Yeah,
The sun will never set on the British
I
Empire,
guess-
and then you see a spray of blood on it.
yeah. I guess it's a flag of the East India Company, which was what the name of the industry Britain used at the time.
Right. Yeah.
And then you get another amazing dance number from the actors of Raju and Bheem.
Yeah, and you see like, you get like conclusions like, oh, he's back with Sita. You see, Beam maybe start a relationship with the lady, Jenny,
And like,
and him bringing the guns to his
Yeah.
village.
and Molly coming back to her mom. Again, you're like, how you're not dead, but sure.
Yeah, and I like the song at the end because it's a tribute to. I don't know who they were. I don't know the history.
Guessing national
But-
heroes.
Yeah, national heroes or revolutionary heroes
Yeah.
who probably went against the British
Yeah.
at the time. So I'm like, let's say
Yeah. But yeah, we have reached the end of RRR. What would you rate this?
10 out of 10. I'm sorry, like everything that was in this movie on paper would just sound like, oh, it's just another action film. Oh, it's nothing. But when you watch it, was like, I feel the intensity, I feel the betrayal, I feel the conflict between two best friends finding out that they're actually supposed to be enemies. The romance that was there was okay, but for sure we weren't there for that. The dance numbers were amazing. The songs that they sung were fucking great. Like that one number that Akhtar fucking sang, that was great. The ending, the payoff was so fucking good. Action, sure, there's CGI, but it never took me out of the story.
Yeah. Same here.
Like this movie branded itself as, extra. It's a very extra movie.
Yeah.
So when we see those things, we're like, no, it's just part of the movie.
Fuck it. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hey, fuck you. You're holding this movie off for so long, and I was forcing you.
Really good characters. Really, really great action. Again, I put a lot of modern, recent movies to shame. We're like, why can't they do it better and not Hollywood, where it's like, why is every action scene like jumpy or like incoherent? You're like, why?
Right? right? The choreography was so great. I'll give it to Ram Charan and NT Ram Rao Jr.
Yeah,
These were Bheem and Ram.
and the main stunt coordinator's named King Solomon, or like that's a sick name. One.
Oh yeah, that's what I see in like the credits at the beginning of the movie. I was like, ooh.
Right? But yeah, it's just a really good movie, and again, this nice thing, foreign movies like this get the time of day, and like I'm glad it's very successful, and it shows there's not more than one player in the scene now with Korea and now with Tollywood.
Mm. Please, yes. I know we don't watch a lot of Indian movies here in the Philippines, but don't sleep on RRR. If this is your introduction to Bolly or Tollywood movies, that's great.
Yeah.
It's a good start. Because, you're gonna have such a good time. This is a fun fucking ride. And it has substance.
Yeah.
It has heart. So
And again, it never. There's no moments that ruin the very dark and serious moments where like this is about the people going up against colonialism, and it never takes a. There's no bad joke where like really why do you have to ruin the tone or mood for this one? No, it's a really good movie.
yeah. This is not the type of movie that you're like, oh, turn your brain off. No.
Yeah.
Have your full attention on this movie. It is so fun and it's so good.
Yeah. But yeah, that's been our video on RRR. What's your favorite foreign action movie? Because this week is loaded with action movies this time. And
So,
yeah, if you want to see more of us on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. And if you want to see us react to trailers, please find us at facebook.com/geeks and degenerate react to trailers, stream video games, and about our lives. Also, we have a Spotify podcast. If you want to hear us on the go, whether you're traveling whatever country, maybe India, just hear us on the
I
go.
don't know, capturing a tiger, nonchalantly.
Yeah. Just don't be fucking with things you don't want to be on the receiving end of, as Bill Burr says. And we also have a TikTok to relive our greatest moments. How about you? Where can I find you? Oh yeah.
You can find me.
No, you go
fucked
first.
it up.
Since you kept insisting on this movie, I'll let you go first.
Okay. You can find me at JomGOM_. It is my art account on Instagram.
And you can find me on Twitter and Twitch. Well, you can actually, my username on Twitch is Gandalfus995 also, which is the same on Twitter and IG. So if you see me on your chat, and if you are a Twitch streamer, hello.
Alright.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all the time we have for this video at least. We'll see you on the next action-packed video. Bye everybody.
Yeah.